Getting your product on TV is the ultimate in public relations for any small or medium business. But how do I get my business on TV? I'm Jamie Gorman, host of Be Better at Business TV, and I'm here this morning with four-time Emmy Award-winning journalist Jan Fox, now of Fox Talks, The Power of Tweaks. And we're going to talk about how do you get your business on TV, but also what do you do when you get there. Good morning, Jan.
Good morning, Jamie. Fun to be here.
Great. So before we talk about how to get your business on TV, maybe you can share a little bit about, what is the value of getting your business on TV?
Well, let me ask this. You've heard the saying that a picture's worth 1,000 words?
Yes.
Well, how much do you think 10 seconds of TV is worth? It's motion.
Just doing the math. 30 frames a second.
That's right. It's motion, it's action. You see our feelings. You hear the message that we're passionate about. You're not just looking at something static. And so if you really want people to identify with you, and if you want them to want your item or your product or your business, if they see it and if they see you're passionate about it, it's 100 bazillion times more likely that they will buy.
Right, and that passion, I guess, lends to a lot of your credibility and expertise, right?
Absolutely. If you're authentic about what you do, and if you're authentic and you're loving it, I'm going to say a big word. Can I say a very big word?
Yes,
okay.
you can.
It's a phenomenological experience.
Okay.
If I'm feeling excited about my product, if I'm sharing it in a way out of my most authentic self, if you believe it's my purpose to do what I'm offering or to give you what I'm offering, and I'm feeling it at that moment, not just faking it, guess what? You feel it too.
Right.
And when you feel it, that transfer from my feelings to your feelings, all of a sudden something happens and you're just buying it. Okay?
Right.
It's the same with storytelling. If you're doing a business story or if you're even telling a personal story when you have to make a speech, I can say he said, she said, he said, she said, and we're done. Or I can say this fact, this figure, this fact, this figure. But if I am really into the story so it sort of oozes out, then you catch it. And that can only be done on television. That can't be done on radio. Well, it can be done a little bit on radio, but it can't be done on print.
Yes.
I mean, this is the best, fastest way to get your message out there and have people respond the way you want them to respond.
Right. And with today's technology, doing your own video, it's a lot easier. It's tough to make it look professional, and you kind of want to do that. But to really do some informal video, put it online, or to do those types of things is really a lot easier for businesses to use. And I think online video marketing especially will be a big thing as well as being on TV.
Well, I have a statistic for you, and I hope I get it right because
Okay.
this left brain part doesn't
We'll have
work,
our research
okay?
assistant check
Okay,
it out.
check it out. Check this out. 93% more people, 93% more opens come off of videos than an email,
Wow.
than just a straight email.
Right.
They will open it if it has a video attached. Now, it doesn't say how long they'll watch if it's bad video.
Right.
I'm spoiled. You said I had 4 Emmys, and you might think that's a big deal, right?
It is a big deal.
Well, I work with a guy who has 29 Emmys.
Wow.
Now, they're all stuck on a shelf in his
Right.
little edit booth, and he's got hats hanging on them and beach ball around the corner. They're not respected, okay?
Yeah.
But they're on that shelf. And so when I worked with somebody like that, and I see how pristine and crisp, all the edges of the video are very crisp. Every edge of every shot is crisp. All the audio matches from one level to the next. And then the edit points are smooth, so you don't even know you've seen an edit point.
Right.
Well, to do that, to have that in my background, and then to have to take my own video and stick it on Facebook, it's like, oh my goodness, all of their jobs are safe. Don't worry, you Channel 9 photographers, all your jobs are safe out there.
Right.
Because it's really hard.
It is.
And also people think that what they have to do is sit and talk. They have a product, they're a fitness instructor, whatever, and you see them, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm talking to you like I'm really scared to death, and so why are you going to buy this?
Right.
So I think people really could use a tiny bit of training about how to have some energy, show their passion, have action, have movement in their pieces, or otherwise it's a flat email.
Right.
This
Right.
is TV, not just talk radio.
And it's TV started with entertainment, so you got to try to be a little bit entertaining, which is of course very difficult for me with my background. But do you have you've having 4 Emmys and a career in journalism, you probably have a lot of great stories. But do you have one favorite for our business owners on a business that kind of got themselves on TV and how that worked out for them?
Yes. Now I'm working with an author, and he has a book called Chief Daddy Officer. And he wants to speak about that. And he also wanted to get on television. Well, when is the perfect day to have something about a daddy raising his daughter by himself on television?
Father's Day.
Bingo! Okay. So we went to work. And here's my theory. You can't send an email and expect it to be answered to a television station because those producers are working on the cut-back skeletal crew line.
Right.
That's all they have is just a bare minimum of time to get everything done that they have to do by themselves today. So an email is not a top priority. Now, a phone. Now, I'm a baby boomer, so I call. I'm a baby boomer, so I pick up the phone.
Right.
Producers look at that thing as a nuisance.
It's an interruption in their day, right?
Exactly. I would think, oh, this might be a story. They think, don't have time for that. I'm not making fun of producers. I'm trying to say they're very busy people, right? So an email won't do it. A fax won't do it. And if you have a PR agent who just one time has aggravated that producer, will not respond ever again. So be careful which PR person you pick.
Yes.
So what I tell people is, if you drop off a box at a television station, or if you drop off a package that's vibrant, then they have to go out to the lobby, pick it up, or the mailman delivers it to their desk, and they have to open it. I don't know anybody who doesn't want to see what's inside of a package,
Yep.
right? So I tell this guy, I say, the author, I say, here's what you need. Go get some cookies. I don't do cookies. He has an accent. I don't do cookies. So I say, okay, but your wife does, right? So get some cookies and make them in the shape of your book, right?
Nice,
There's
yes.
the book. You can hold that.
Yes.
Here's the
Good
book. Make them in the shape of a necktie because it's a dad
Right.
who is raising his little girl.
Let's put the book up right side
Oh,
up.
good. Okay. That was a left brain thing, right? So, raising his little girl.
Nice.
So here's your little girl. And he raised her according to the only thing he knew, business principles.
Wow.
So making the bed became a study in gap analysis. He just said make the bed to a 7-year-old and what happens? Well, it doesn't get done. And then even if she does do it, it looks like somebody is still in it, right?
Right.
So he needed to stop, give her very careful instructions, work with her for a time, and all of a sudden she learned how to make the bed.
There you go. Now
So-
that's actually a book I need to type
That's
a book when you get
Chief
done with
Daddy
it.
Officer.
Might be too
It-
late for a couple of them, but
Well, look, it works for moms, and I can already
Yeah.
tell you it works for grandmothers too.
All right.
So it's a great book. But he put these in a box, his wife did actually, in a pretty basket with his book. They dropped it off at Channel 4. Barbara Harrison just happened to be walking in the lobby. They had a chance to talk with her. He ended up there.
Great.
He sent it with a ready-made segment. This is really important. You have to write out a little teeny tiny intro. They don't want to hear your whole history.
Right.
You write out 4 bullets, big print and bullets, 5 bullets, and then a little outro, we call it, that may have what to do next, like look at the website.
right.
So you put all those things in this basket. You deliver it, and somebody in that newsroom is going to say, well, what's in it? What's in it? What's in it? The producer has to look to be able to answer, and all of a sudden they have a segment they know they can use.
Wow.
So that's the way I say to do it. That you have to give them something to open.
That's interesting. I know some marketing people who use the same. Actually, I was working with a guy, and we were trying to get specific people within a company that we knew was going to be tough. And so what we did, instead of just sending letters or sending emails, we sent a FedEx box,
Aha.
right, with a giveaway in it from the company that was our client, and a little paper that it was a letter that talked about, we sent a blanket, and so we sent something about covering your needs or something
Oh,
like that.
see now how cool.
Yeah, and so that aspect of, you're right, when people get a FedEx box, it makes a big difference.
Here's a secret.
Okay.
Newsrooms are notoriously hungry, and they eat anything in sight, including your left arm, if given a chance.
Right.
So if you put a little something in there about a nap time snack along with your blanket,
Right.
they like it even better.
Great.
Did you make air? Did it make air?
That was actually just marketing to get business.
To get
It wasn't
business
specifically
to
for
a television
TV, right?
station. But you're absolutely right. The giveaway is incredible. Now you mentioned the word letter. Don't ever think letter ever again.
Okay.
Just think bullets. I'm
And
sending a few
yeah,
bullets.
just some very quick points, some key value points, which is great.
Even if you put it in questions,
Yeah.
they like that even better. They don't have to think. And neither does the reporter who's doing the interview.
That's great. So, Be Better at Business TV is a live show, and you're able to chat in your questions. And Alyssa, do we have any questions from our audience?
What type of response could I expect from a short TV spot?
Okay, so to get on it, what should be the expectation? Should the phone be ringing off the hook the next day, or kind of what do you expect?
Completely depends on what you're offering and how you sell it at the end. And it's not just a sell like buy this. It's what I call internal selling. I'll give you a hint. When I do my seminars,
Yes.
I show a picture of a girl who's a pistol shooting champion. And she knocks the targets down like this, misses nothing. But she couldn't speak very well. And here she is, drop dead gorgeous at 15, asked to be interviewed on all kinds of outdoor shows and internet shows, and she couldn't do it. So I worked with her. And I showed that just a few speak tweaks in one session turned her into being able to answer questions beautifully and stopping ums. There's a secret to that. And so in my speech, I used that to say, see, it only takes just a few tweaks to change how you perceive yourself and how you present yourself.
Okay,
But what message did they really get? I coach people.
right.
See? So you don't say, I'm a coach and you need my coaching. I just, in the segment, showed them a result.
Yes.
So that's what I call internal selling.
Okay.
So you can talk about that all day long. Like, for example, one of your clients, whoever the blanket guy was, and I don't know what that was about, but if you said, well, I was working with a guy the other day, and here's his story. It's really amazing, and you're telling it to make a point, but what did they hear?
They heard, that I'm a marketing.
They heard he works with me.
That's right.
Now, if he works with him and he got that result, I want him.
Yes.
So that's how you have to do it. It's not, so I can't guarantee an answer. I can never even guarantee if you try these crazy tricks that you're going to get on air, but many
Right.
people do. And then after they get on air, a guy who sent a big basket of fruit, who runs a fitness camp for kids,
Yes.
he got on and he got some enrollments. All right? Now, so there, you just never know. The chief daddy officer guy has a radio show and his listeners popped up.
So it sounds like, just like with a lot of other types of marketing, that the first thing is you got to be out there, you got to be relevant, and you got to be interacting. But the second thing is your results are a lot on not just doing one thing, but following up with that and really having a plan and a strategy on how to make it work.
And watch what happens at the end of this segment. I'm going to say, Jamie, next time I come back, we can talk about the blah, blah, blah. And so already he has in his head there's a possible second segment, and
That's
so
right.
do you. So I always tell people to come with the T's, the
Yes.
final T's. All right? And then
Yes.
we word that into, see how I did it in 10 seconds?
There you go.
Right.
And that's good because it saves me from saying, hey, the next time you come back.
That's right.
Set me up for that perfectly. Thank you.
Good.
Great.
Good.
Well, hey, I wish I could be here all day, but we're running out of time. And so what I'd like to do is, you've talked about your book, you've talked about the power of tweaks. Is there anything else you'd like to just share about Fox Talks and where you're going with that?
Well, the title came because my husband named the company, and he said, because yes, she does. So what I do is I speak about the power of tweaks, and I do it from a couple of points of view. One is a business point of view, and then I also do it from the personal point of view for people who basically want to come unglued. They just want to get their feet off that glue spot and
Right.
work. So they border on empowerment messages, and so but I give them specifics.
Yes.
And I talk about the 3 R's, resilience, resourcefulness, and also the one that nobody talks about, which is resolve.
Yes.
So we throw that one in there, and I have some images about what that looks like.
Great.
That always is, it's good for a laugh.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I do is I do seminars on the power of tweaks, and I do seminars on how to land on television. I do seminars on speak better, sell more. Because that's the only thing I know how to do.
Right.
I mean, if you look at a 30-year career in television, people say, well, what are your skills? Well, you have to think, and the only thing that comes out is I talk. All right? So I teach people to speak better. If people come to visit me, within a couple of sessions, they notice a big difference.
Well, thanks for joining us. I'm Jamie Gorman, the host of Be Better at Business TV, and also the CEO of Sigma Business Management, where we help small and medium businesses with their planning, education, and also meeting facilitation. Thanks for joining us, and I hope that you can use this to be better at business.